My wife, 28F. Didn't come home. I, 29 male. Woke up Saturday morning expecting to spend a nice relaxing weekend reconnecting with my wife, 28 female. We recently moved out of state and we've both been working long hours. She works several hours away and stays in a hotel in between shifts. Instead I woke up to a text telling me that she has booked an Airbnb and doesn't know when she'll be home. Wouldn't give me a reason other than it's something she needs to work through herself. I've been respecting her need for space, but I got a call from her last night that shattered my whole world. She said that she loves me but is no longer in love with me. She feels that the label of wife is too much to bear and she feels like she can't be her true self and also be in a marriage. I guess she's been dealing with these thoughts for quite some time but hadn't said anything prior. I'm absolutely devastated and broken. I feel betrayed and so very alone. She's been my best friend for as long as I can remember and I can't stomach the thought of losing her. I'm in the darkest period of my life and I can't even talk to the one who understands me the most about it. I need help. I don't know what to do to cope. I've never felt so hurt and unloved in my life. No alcohol. Drink water a lot. Hit the gym. See a doctor immediately. They can help with sleep and mood swings. Bless your heart, Op. I hope you can keep your head up through all of this. Talk to someone close to you like a friend or see a therapist if you can. I don't want to jump to conclusions or put thoughts in your head, but it sounds like she has someone else in mind. You can suggest couples therapy, but I would also go ahead and start gathering things with a lawyer. This is a very unfortunate thing. So first off, I'm really sorry you're going through this. And I can only imagine the pain that you must be going through, but do you have any idea why your wife might have this desire to leave? Have there been any struggles recently in your marriage? Have you tried reaching out to see if maybe you both could try counseling or to see what she needs that she's not getting? Sorry to say, with what you just posted, she has already got a replacement for you. She's cheating, bud. You need to contact a lawyer ASAP and then a good therapist. Do not hesitate. I love you but I'm not in love with you usually means there is a third party. Sorry man, sad face. It sounds like she is keeping a secret from you. This is a classic cowardly cheater move, the hallmark of which is the sudden change of behavior. The reality is this was not sudden, she just didn't tell you. Get legal advice and separate your finances. Take care fella. Check out Surviving Infidelity. Get a lawyer. She's moved on to a different guy. Your marriage is over. She met somebody else. That's always the case. It does not mean she's cheated, it just means there's somebody else and now the marriage is in the way of what she wants to try out. It's a bummer. All you can do is maintain your dignity and grant her what she wants. Walk away. Don't beg, grovel or do anything. She may realize the error of her ways, but would you really want somebody like that back after they did that to you? Best of luck. I'm in love with my married coworker. Update, she found the post. Well, this is a long reading since I will post the original one and the update. Original. I, 32M. Am in love of my coworker, 30F. No, we do not have an affair. I've been feeling like this for the past year and honestly nothing works. I tried dating. I even tried to distance myself from her a bit but it was so hard and I also have to see her every day. I missed her. She have never insinuated anything. She is happily married and I can't even say anything about her husband because he is an amazing guy who was just lucky to found her first. They also worked so hard for their relationship. Long distance, different countries for almost 3 years before they were together, but I still feel like he doesn't deserve her. He is 10 years older than her. She is just the most beautiful human being I have ever met. She is absolutely gorgeous, but that's not even close to be her biggest asset. She is extremely smart, speaks 4 languages. Got 2 masters at the same time while volunteering at a juvie center helping troubled kids. We are both lawyers. We work for an organization that helps immigrant kids and families providing free legal assistance. I started there as an intern and was offered a job and ended up liking it, but not her. She wanted to be there. She worked so hard to apply for a job here. She cares about all the kids and has an amazing relationship with them. They all love her, she's just so natural. She is also super funny and I am genuinely in love with her. I thought it was a crush but it's been a year and she's all I can think about. I would never tell her anything, it would hurt her. She's happy with her husband. We work together, we go to the gym together, it's in our work building. I don't know how to get over her. I see her and I just want to kiss her. She is usually so nice to everyone. She remembers everyone's birthdays and always gets everyone really specific gifts about things they mentioned before. She makes sure everyone is heard and tries to help as much as she can. I just don't know. I have never felt like this about anyone before. How can I get over it? I don't want to quit my job. I love what I do, but seeing her every day, it's a torture. Seeing her with her husband is even worse. Feels like a knife inside of me that is pushed a bit further every time. Any help, advice, something? Update. I didn't expect to have an update on this, and definitely not so soon. I am using this more of a way to express my feelings since I don't know who could I possibly talk to about this. Tuesday, around 10 p.m. I got a text from her. It really weirded me out because I know she usually goes to bed early. Is something everyone knows. She asked me if I was awake and that she needed to ask me something. I immediately texted her back. I was really just on Reddit, and playing video games. I know she uses Reddit, that's why I created a throwaway account. I know what subs she reads since she would send me some posts that she found interesting, either about work or politics. Anti-work is her favorite, or memes. But not about this one. She told me she found the post and was a bit surprised about the description of the girl. Told me she read it like 20 times to be sure it was about her, and that it was either the biggest coincidence ever or it was about her and it was me who posted it. She sent me the link and I think I had a heart attack right there. I told her that yes, I posted it, and she told me she would talk to me tomorrow. So that was yesterday, because she would rather to discuss it in person. Well, needless to say, I didn't get any sleep. Every possible scenario played in my head all night. My anxiety was through the roof. And today she messaged me very early, around 5 a.m. We go to the gym around 6:37. We start working at 9. She told me if I could skip gym to meet up with her and asked me to go to her house. Her husband was not there, what kinda surprised me for how early it was. She told me to come in and sit down and offered me something. I said coffee and asked about him, and she told me he had been gone for 2 days for work and would be back this week, but that was not important. Her face was swollen as if she cried a lot. She told me she didn't get any sleep since I confirmed the post was about her. She told me that she felt hurt I went in to post about her before talking to her and not saying anything earlier. That I gave up some obvious details that let her know it was about her. And asked me if everything that I posted there was true and I was in love with her. I was shaking, but I told her that was true. She started crying and held herself for a second. She told me how much she loved me and appreciated me, and this was very hard for her. But that she loves her husband and she knows I know that. That she is happy with him and she really appreciated the way I described her, but she is far from being perfect. That they had to overcome a lot for their relationship to work and to get where they are now, like all relationships do. And that thanks to her husband she is a lot of the things she is now. They've been together for like 8 years. She said she apologizes if she ever in any way or form may have done something that I could have considered as her leading me on, and I told her that she didn't, and I was very clear that my feelings came from me. She told me that knowing this has a huge impact in the way we will move forward, and she cannot hurt me by exposing me to her life. That I need to move on and understand that nothing would ever happen between us. That there's a lot of women out there who would be lucky to have someone who is capable to feel and express about someone they love the way I did about her. But her feelings are already taken by someone else. That 10 years ago she would have been lucky if I would have even looked at her, because I am a handsome, such a kind and caring person. I know this part was to make me feel better. NGL, I cried like a baby right there. It felt like finally it was all out, but knowing that it also meant she will be gone from my life. She told me she could request to be transferred to a different office in a different area or something so I wouldn't have to deal with it since I was there first, and it wasn't my fault either. That it was no one's fault. I told her that I was grateful for the time I got to spend with her and that her husband is the luckiest man in earth for finding her. I mean, what else could I say? She hugged me and told me she loved me and will always love me and care about me. And that she is doing what is best for both of us, but mostly me since I am the one losing the most here. I have never really hugged her that way. Just to congratulate her before. But she hugged me and I stayed there for what it felt like ages. She didn't let go of the hug until I did. She gave me a kiss in the cheek and said we had to get ready to go to work. I left and cried in my car like a baby. I called a sick day at work and have been in my bed all day. Just thinking that she will be gone forever, but that maybe this is the best. I now have an answer and I will try to move on, and maybe when I do we can go back to being friends again. Or whatever the future holds for us. I wish her nothing but the best, and her husband is one lucky MF lol. Well, thank you everyone for your advices. I really appreciated most of them. Now I'll have to deal with this broken heart lol, so any advice on that would be good. No being friends again, move on. As you said, that is a long post. You know the reality of it is that love does not exist in one direction. You can admire someone from afar. You can be attracted to somebody from afar. But love has to exist in both directions. Love is something which grows over time and through shared experiences. She already have somebody like that in her life, and you just need to recognize that and move on to somebody who can share your affections. There's no more friendship here. You think her husband is going to be comfortable with you around? Dude, have some respect for her and her husband. This kind of sucks for her. She now has to transfer to a different department even though she never did anything wrong. So she found the post. Which there is really slim chance for, but okay. She realized it was about her and realized it was you who wrote it. She invited you over? Someone who is in love with her while she was home alone. She was crying and hugged you for a very long time and told you she loves you? This sounds so fake, man. Who are you even kidding? If this is real, and I'm going to go ahead and be the one to say it sounds fake, I feel like what she did was not even remotely okay or reasonable. So she finds this post online of this love-struck guy who she only kind of know. He badmouths her relationship at the very least for the age gap it has, and she invites him over for a private little meeting in her house where she multiple times says she loves you, cares about you, go eat you a nice long hug and a kiss to remember her by? Huh? Even the things she said in the positive about you are a bit much for a married woman to be saying in her home hole her husband is away. What the hell, honestly? I honestly just think this sounds like fiction, but just on the off chance it's not, this wasn't okay of her to do. I would hate to be her husband. This post is unhinged in terms of your obsession over a coworker you knew was in a relationship. He's not lucky, get that out of your head. He's her partner and they're a unit together. Move on. This story looks really fake to me. Suspicious husband. I am just going to get straight to the point. My sister is cheating on her husband and keeps going out to Cape Vincent with this older alcoholic man who isn't her husband. Her husband must have a hunch, because he keeps texting me asking me if she is with me. I've been ignoring him, but I feel bad and I want to tell him no. I tried to call my sister but her triflin' ass turned off her phone. Thoughts? Maybe tell your sister that she has to come clean or else you will do it for. If the tables were turned and your husband's brother or sister was covering for his cheating, would you appreciate that? All you have to say is she's not with you, oops, a slip of the tongue. She wouldn't need to cover her ass if she wasn't cheating. So it's her problem. Have some sympathy for the poor guy. Tell him if you have any sympathy for him. Poor soul. Just do the right thing. Hint. It's not a cowardly act. Tell him. Wouldn't you want to know if someone was cheating on you? You already told him, by ignoring him but keeping your phone on, while your sister has it off, when you two are supposed to be together. Has your sister asked you to lie for her? If she said she's with you and you didn't agree to hold up the lie, just tell him you don't know where she is. If it were me, I would tell him. To me, mind your business, doesn't apply. Both of them have brought you into it. It is your business now when one is asking you to lie and the other is asking for honesty. You don't have to tell him she's cheating if you don't want to. But there's nothing wrong with choosing not to lie and take part in someone being betrayed. Guy is threatening to kill himself and blame it on my GF. So there's thing guy that my girlfriend knows. He's a family friend. He's very spoiled and entitled and privileged. He's in his 20s and has never worked a day in his life or been said no to. His parents just pay for whatever he wants. Basically the entire time I've known my girlfriend this guy has been chasing her and trying to sleep with her but she keeps saying no. She has him blocked on everything but she sees him at work all the time. His dad owns the company, so even though she's filed many incident reports for him grabbing her, touching her, making inappropriate comments, etc., he has faced no consequences. He's even showed up to her house a few times. She's called the police but they haven't done anything about it. He's threatening to kill himself now and blame my girlfriend in his note. She's been super depressed about this whole situation and doesn't want Hai to kill himself. She's also worried about what repercussions might happen. Could she go to jail for this? Could she go to jail for this? No. And also he won't kill himself. It's classic emotional blackmailing. She won't go to jail. He is legally an adult even if he is a spoiled brat. If he chooses to end himself, it is his choice. Emotional blackmail is pathetic. It is likely that he will not stop as long as he has access to her. She should find a job elsewhere. Document the sexual harassment. When the company keeps allowing it, get a lawyer. Step 3. Profit. She needs to document the incidences of harassment from this guy. A video of it happening. Take the evidence to HR with the next complaint and request a copy of every complaint she has previously filed. Take the video to a lawyer and file for a restraining order and sexual assault. Then turn around and sue the company for the hostile work environment. It is past time that she fights back. No, she's not going to jail. He's being manipulative. If you all are concerned and have a note, take it to the authorities and say he needs a wellness check. As far as your girlfriend, I hope she finds another job. But if she doesn't, encourage her to get copies of incident reports she files and have her continue filing if more things happen. Document everything. Even if she gets a notebook, and write the day and time something happens. And keep those records. She needs to leave the company and you should support and help her. She is in real danger. He's escalating. The danger is not her going to jail, it is the guy harming her. Sorry to scare you, but I personally know about a similar situation that ended with the guy breaking into the woman's house, shooting her and then himself dead. Someone like that won't quietly kill himself. You should absolutely try to get police involved before it's too late, and most importantly, she should get a new job, move to a new place and try to keep her new address and new workplace secret so he can't find her. This behavior is only escalating. Stalking is an extremely dangerous crime against women and often leads to violence. She should quit her job and get away from him as fast as possible. She needs to read The Gift of Fear. If she can move and find a new job, she should do so. She's not safe where she is. Writing a suicide note isn't framing someone for murder. 1. He's not going to kill himself, and even if he did, it's not her fault. He clearly has mental health issues that his family needs to help him address. She should keep making reports to the police for the stalking and the assaults at work.